I clutch the cruise documents in my parents' entryway, evidence of a betrayal I can't ignore. "You're always so busy with that job," Mom says, her voice too casual. "You never asked me," I reply softly, clarity cutting through. "You made sure I couldn't come." The silence feels like a confession. "This isn't the first time, is it?" I say, the realization sharp. Family trips I learned about after the fact. Holiday gatherings scheduled when I was unfortunately working. A pattern stretching back years. "Honey, you're overreacting," Mom says, reaching out. I set the documents on the table, grab my overnight bag, and walk out into the evening air. For the first time in 28 years, I don't turn back when Mom calls my name. At my apartment, I sit on the floor, surrounded by photo albums and memorabilia. A Christmas 2018 photo shows Harper with a MacBook, Cody with a used car, and me with a 1999 Target scarf. I thought it was all they could afford. Vacation photos reveal more. Yellowstone. Someone needs to water the plants. Disney World. Your internship's that week. Napa, you wouldn't enjoy it. My phone buzzes. Mom. We need to talk about this misunderstanding. I open my laptop to a spreadsheet tracking transfers to my parents. $350 for Dad's insulin. $2,400 for hospital bills. $2,800 for a family emergency fund, my Lake Tahoe savings. They took it while holding cruise tickets without my name. Memories flood in. At 7, I begged for piano lessons. Mom said we couldn't afford it, but Cody got guitar lessons months later. At 13, I cried over missing a school trip to the Oregon coast. Dad said $400 was too much, then spent double on Cody's camping trip. In college, I worked 3 jobs while my siblings' rent and insurance were covered. "You're so independent," Mom said. Harper calls. "You're making Mom cry." "I found the cruise documents. It's not what you think. Mom said you'd understand. You always do." "Not anymore," I whisper, hanging up. From my closet, I pull a jewelry-making kit, the one I begged for at 9, deemed too expensive before Harper got another American Girl doll. I bought it myself last year for $35, keeping it sealed as a reminder. Cody texts, "This is BS, Rain. You're being dramatic." Then, "How much to let this go?" The doorbell rings. Melissa, my best friend, stands there with wine and takeout. "You look like hell." "My family's been excluding me my entire life," I say, voice breaking. She hugs me. "About time you noticed. They call for money, babysitting, but when do they show up for you?" Dad's voicemail. "You're ungrateful after all we've done." At work, James brings coffee. My parents played favorites too. It makes you think you're the problem. In therapy, Dr. Eleanor Warren listens. "This isn't normal family behavior, Rain. You're not overreacting. You have choices." I text Melissa. "I'm done being convenient." It feels true. My phone buzzes. Uncle Jerry, Aunt Patricia, Cousin Megan, all echoing Mom's script. Forgive and forget. I block their numbers. Dad appears at my door with cookies and Mom's note. "We need to talk. I miss you." I leave it unanswered. Harper emails friends claiming I'm acting strange, worrying about my mental state. Dr. Warren calls it flying monkeys, a tactic to preserve the family system. Cody confronts me in the office parking lot. "You're tearing this family apart. Mom barely sleeps." "I didn't plan a cruise without you," I snap. "You planned it 8 months ago, when you told me to cancel Tahoe because money was tight." "You always help out," he says. "I was the ATM, not family," I say, stepping around him. That wasn't fair. I change my phone number, close the joint bank account with 17 withdrawals not by me, and RSVP I'm unavailable to family events. Each boundary feels like freedom. I book a solo trip to Barcelona to see Gaudi's architecture. At a jewelry store, I buy a silver pendant. "This is reclamation," Dr. Warren says, "not revenge." Harper calls. "The babysitter canceled. Can you take the kids?" "I'm unavailable." Cody. "My car needs $800. I'm unavailable." Mom. "The mortgage is due. We need help." I watch a video of La Sagrada Familia, unfinished yet magnificent. "I'm unavailable," I say. What are we supposed to do without you? She asks, voice small. Figure it out, I reply, hanging up post-cruise. Their texts grow desperate. Dad's blood pressure is through the roof. Tell us you're alive. My pulse stays steady now. Melissa says Harper's struggling with childcare costs. Mom's planning a fake emergency. I laugh. Emergency is her love language. At Bellini's, I face my family in my favorite booth, Melissa beside me. They speak in turns. Dad lists sacrifices like my braces. Mom dabs at tears. Harper and Cody plead loyalty. I lay out a spreadsheet, $37,142 given over a decade, including $2,800 for Dad's bills the week they paid for the cruise. A timeline shows excluded vacations, a photo of my jewelry kit, a reminder of neglect. Name 3 things you did for me that you didn't do for Harper or Cody, I challenge. Silence. Mom's mascara smudges, a real tear. Cody slumps. Harper looks shaken. I don't hate you, I say, placing terms on the table. Family therapy, financial independence, an apology, and time. Think about it. Outside, Melissa asks, you okay? Yeah, I say, meaning it. Portland's stars shine brighter. Months later, I host Thanksgiving in my new home, bought with promotion money once reserved for family emergencies. Melissa, James, his partner, my neighbor, Dr. Warren, and others from my boundary support group fill the table. Thank you for showing me what family can be, I toast, glancing at my jewelry kit, now a symbol of growth. Mom's in therapy. Harper joins sometimes. Dad resists. Cody wavers. An invitation to their 40th anniversary arrives. We'd love to have you, but understand if you don't come. No guilt. Progress. I volunteer at a youth center, helping kids navigate family dynamics. I told Ashley to buy the toy her parents never gave her, to keep it sealed or open it as reclamation. I open my jewelry kit, stringing turquoise beads into an imperfect necklace. Mine. My guests leave with hugs and leftovers. By my window, I finger my necklace, watching the sunset promise tomorrow. For the first time in 29 years, I look forward, not back.